Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video it is Friday sews, February 19th, and let's start off by talking about, well, this last week was my 41st birthday, so I got to celebrate that. That was really great and fun, even though we're still in the middle of the pandemic, so there's not a whole lot of things you can really do in terms of, getting your friends together. But nonetheless, I had a really nice time, and I'm grateful to be here and healthy. So there's that. And what I have been working on since the last video, the last Friday sews, I finished the red new look dress with the cowl neck, and I'm going to pop some pictures in because I did wear it for Valentine's Day. And some of the alterations that I made were actually alterations I didn't need, and I have to either try to fix this, redo this. I'm not even sure which direction I want to take it in, but when I put the dress on, I realized I had way too much ease in the waist, and I had lengthened my waistline also, and I didn't need to do that actually. Looking at the proportion, the waistline needs to go up. And then I have way too much fabric. You'll see, I ended up actually putting a clip in the back like they do when you try on bridal dresses, so that it looked better when I was taking pictures. It's really funny, and I don't know, sometimes I just think I know what I'm doing, and maybe I don't. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this dress close up over there in the doorway like we usually do. Here she is in the corner. So if you look at the proportion here of this bodice, I don't know, this looks just too low to me. I would raise it. I think I dropped it an inch and a half or 2 inches, honestly. I mean, I measured the pattern and I thought I was doing the right thing, but I was not. So I would actually remove what I added, and then this dress form does not wear the dress very well. But anyway, there's so much back here. Honestly, I could remove 3 or 4 inches. But otherwise, I feel like I like the neckline. I wasn't sure how I would like it on me, and I like it. Girl, you are not wearing this dress well. This particular dress form is just standard and not to my measurements, but it does illustrate the problems. And this, you can see, the proportion of the bodice just seems wrong. That line, that waistline needs to go up. That's just my opinion. The skirt, I think the length, I would probably take it up an inch. That's another personal preference though. I think the sleeves were fine. But overall, I like the style. I like the pattern. It just needs to fit a bit better. But thanks to the help of a clip, it made all the problems go away. So now we're going to talk about my muslin of the Raglan coat that I'm making with Kenneth King in his Raglan coat class. So today was our second session, and yes, I'm filming this on a Saturday. This last week was kind of busy, so I couldn't do it yesterday, but so this class we learned how to do bound buttonholes and some other like tailor tacks marking, so that was really great. But yesterday I was able to use my office hour with Kenneth, because you get 1 office hour when you purchase and sign up for this class, and so I used mine so that I could model this and he could see me on Zoom and he could help me with my fit, because he is a fit expert and I am far from it. So this pattern I cut just a straight size 4 based on the measurements of the pattern that he drafted. This pattern, this isn't one that you can buy it, but there's no instructions, it's just the pattern. So in any case, I cut a size 4. The only alteration I made was lengthening the sleeve by 2 inches, and I still actually need to lengthen about another 1.5 inches. But anyway, I meant to grade it out because I need way more ease here, and I forgot. So in any case, I put this on, and while my measurements made sense up here for the bust because you want about 4 inches in the bust of ease. It just still felt tight, so I need about 2 more inches. So I'm going to do a full bust adjustment, which is going to give me, end up with a dart here, and it'll open this up a bit. And then once I do that, I'll also know how much ease I'm going to have to add at both of these side seams. And so yeah, so I'm going to have to do that. I'm also going to have to, so here's the back. I'm also going to have to drop, or lengthen, I should say, my waist. This is where the pattern waistline is. Mine is about 2 inches below that. So front and back bodices are going to be lengthened, or front pieces I should say. And that's also going to drop my pocket, because here's where my pocket is going to be. And this does need to be lowered. So by lengthening this, it's going to drop that pocket. It's also going to drop my hemline, which also needs to be a bit lower. So that's just going to take care of all of that. And then one of my shoulders, my left shoulder is higher than my right. So this does call for Raglan sleeve shoulder pads. So I'm going to kind of shave off one of them a little bit, and for the higher shoulder, and then not shave off the other one for the lower shoulder so that it balances out a bit. And then for my shoulder area, I need a little bit more room. Well, I need to drop this about 3/4 of an inch. So that means I'm also going to have to adjust the sleeve pieces so that they fit into this dropped hole. And then I need a little bit more room in the bicep area. Keep wanting to fall. So I'm going to alter this section here, open it up about 3/8 of an inch on both the front and back sleeve pieces, because this is a 2-piece Raglan sleeve. And so it's just going to like open up here and then taper here. Okay, that makes sense. And then, like I said earlier, I still need to lengthen, add more length to the sleeve, about 1.5 inches. I think that's all, and I hope that's all. So I'll redraft. Well, I'll make the alterations to those pattern pieces. Then from that, I'm actually going to redraft completely new lining pieces instead of making alterations on those pieces. Kenneth taught us to do that in the first class session, and it's extremely helpful. If you're making a lot of different alterations, it's generally better to just make new lining pieces. And also, he taught us that because a lot of times you'll run into patterns that don't have linings. So if you want to add a lining, now I know how to make those adjustments on certain pieces. So it's really interesting stuff that I've learned, and it's only been 2 classes, and it's super great. I love it. But yeah, that's where I am at with this. So hopefully by next week, I'll have the final mock-up at least done to show you and to talk about how my alterations went. And then I do have the boiled wool that I'm going to be using, and I'm about to hopefully today drop that off at the cleaners to get professionally steamed. So you're pre-treating it so it's shrinking. It's going to shrink a bit. And I could do it here probably on my own iron, but I just think I'll get better results if I take it to the cleaners to do. So I'm going to drop that off, get it pre-shrunk, and then I maybe will start cutting into the actual fashion fabric next week. We shall see. I am going to be doing bound buttonholes. I've never done them before, and Kenneth taught us how to do that this morning, and really great. It makes it not look so horrible, because that's quite frightening to me, the thought of doing bound buttonholes, but you know, I'm getting some confidence there. So yeah, I mentioned in my last video that I was doing a pattern test for Sinclair, so I did finish that, and then once it's released, I'll be able to share. So make sure you're subscribed to my Instagram, SoCal_socialite, and you'll be able to see it there. And then next week, I hope to share with you my final, I'm hoping I can get the final mock-up done, and I'm going to go through how the alterations went for me. I can share that experience with you. So aside from finishing the quick sew dress and my first mock-up for the Raglan coat, I did drop by Joann and buy 4 different Berta style patterns that were on sale for $2.99. I also picked up a piece of fabric, and another piece arrived from So English. So I want to take you over to the cutting table and share those with you now. First up is Berta 6608, and this is a knit dress pattern with a long cardigan. I really like this pattern because it has a cardigan that goes with it, although this type of pattern is not hard to find, but I also like that there are some back darts on this t-shirt dress, so it gives it some added shaping. Though you can add darts or shaping to any t-shirt pattern, I just thought it was nice since it's already there. And this calls for, of course, knits, jerseys, and knit plush probably for this, or you can use whatever knits you want, really. And yes, it's a pretty simple pattern. I don't have any fabric in mind for it, but decided to pick it up anyway. And the next two patterns, we're revisiting my obsession with fit and flare, basically. So this is Berta 6343, and you've got two different dress options here. You can do sleeveless with these little straps, or you can have sleeves. So let's look at the line art in the back. You've got princess seams with a little dart and pleats and pockets. And then you can also add a ribbon bow, probably to either one if you'd like. And it calls for cotton fabrics like crepe fabrics, viscose, rayon, and jacquard. Could probably get away with a brocade too. So yeah, I think I bought this for view B because I'm trying to make more dresses with fit and flare dresses, specifically with sleeves, because the ready-to-wear ones I already own are sleeveless. So you get my direction there. So I also have another fit and flare, 6236, and there's two different options. So I bought it for the fit and flare, which was view B, or view A, you can have more of a pencil skirt. But I liked this dress because it has this sort of crossover neckline. Let's take a look. And I thought that was nice, and it's got the princess seams, and then it also has this little twist belt option. And fabrics are cotton blends, cotton fabrics, blends, and piqué, though I don't see why you couldn't use more of a lighter weight jacquard or brocade for this. But yeah, I don't have a specific fabric in mind, though I do have some lots in my stash, so I'll take a look. And then the last pattern I got is 6116. And this is a skirt. I mean, you probably think, oh, it's very basic, you know, tiered skirt, gathered skirt, maxi skirt, mini skirt. These are very easy to draft. You don't need a pattern. They're like basically gathered rectangles. So I don't know. For $3, I thought, I'm just going to buy it instead of drafting my own rectangles. I mean, seriously. I mean, they probably are rectangles. They might have some shaping, but generally they're made by gathering and sewing rectangles together. I bought it specifically for view B, which is the middle length skirt. And when I was at Joann, I saw this gauze fabric, and it's stripes. So obviously it's stripes. I like black background fabric with colors. Okay, that makes sense. Black background color with fabric. Black background fabric with colors. Okay, Emily. So I thought this was really cute, and I thought it would be cute. We'll have a little striped skirt for the summer. So I won't be wearing this for a while, though it's not terribly cold. It's still not like skirt weather. Well, summer skirt weather in my opinion, because I don't want to wear tights with that. And this last week, my order from So English showed up, and I just purchased this one cut of fabric. So it's 3 yards, and it's this metallic rainbow lurex fabric. So it's stretchy, and I just love it. I think it's happy. Okay, do you see a pattern here? Yes, we do. I just noticed that. Anyway, this was just under $10 a yard. And like I said, I bought 3 yards, and then with shipping, because I didn't feel like driving to So English, it's like 25 minutes away from me, I just decided to pay the $8 shipping. So altogether with tax and everything, like $40. Do I have a pattern in mind? No, but I knew I had to buy it because if I finally figured out what I was gonna sew and went back, it would probably be sold out. So I just bought it. So isn't that fun? You probably can't really see the metallic that much on camera. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I have purchased this last week. So until then, maybe I'll see you on Instagram. If not, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.